Hi everyone, good evening.
Hello.
Welcome to the Hilula of Yosef Hatszadik. Very special event, very special night. So, who is here for the first time at the Kabbalah Center? We have someone? No? Who is first time in the Hilula of Yosef Hatszadik? 1, 2, okay. Amazing, welcome. So let's see, we have done a lot about Yosef Hatszadik, but remember, it's not a class, it's a connection. The energy of Yosef Hatszadik has started to enter now into the cosmos, and we would like to cleave ourselves with that energy. Now, there is more than just abundance when we're talking about Yosef Hatszadik, and we see tonight what are the options and what are the tools we can cleave ourselves with Yosef Hatszadik. So first of all, Yosef Hatszadik, we know he's connecting us to that level that's called Yesod. Now, Yesod is the place that connecting the world of Malchut with the upper world. Right? This is the place that we supposed to cleave ourselves during the day, during the year, during our correction, during our life. Okay, and to draw this energy. So Yosef is the connector. And this is why in this day we can connect ourselves with that power of light. Let's see if it's working. Okay, soon. And to strengthen the connection of our soul to the real spiritual energy of the level of Yesod. I don't know if I want to stop in each sentence and to explain, but it's a very important thing to do because, we're so busy with our life, right? And we're spiritual people, but we, most of the time, we forget why we wake up in the morning and why I'm going to work. So we were going to work, we might be busy more with the mundane and less with why really I wake up in the morning and what is my work. In Kabbalah 1, we study already that one of our main job in this world is to cleave ourselves with the level of Zir and Pin. It's meant to connect the Malchut with Zir and Pin, because Malchut doesn't have light by itself. And this is why, to connect with Joseph the Righteous, it's very important. Okay, we connect with the level of your soul, to bring all the blessing, not just to my life, to humanity. So, we know that Kabbalah explained that when a righteous person leaves the world, he brings into the world, first of all, a lot of light, and a lot of energy that he creating for us a path that we can walk on that path, okay, to success. And also, he removed a lot of judgments from the world, right? So, in that day, we call it Yom Dehilula. Yom Dehilula of the Tzaddik. Hilula also is the letters Lamed, Lamed, Hey. So, every time we have Hilula, we can meditate on those letters, or we go to Tzaddikim to cleave our soul to the root level of the tzaddik. Okay. It's working? From the beginning. The second. Okay. It's working. It's good. So, few things that we can do on that day of the Hilula. First of all, is what we're doing tonight. It's to study about the tzaddik. So, not just tonight, you can do it for the 24 hours, take your time and study. There is a lot in the Zohar about Yosef. You can take the index or go to Kabbalah.Zohar.com. Second, it's the Sod, if you don't know, also Yosef, just the name Yosef, it comes from the word Asefa, together. What he is doing, he's bringing the light from Chesed, Gvurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, all of the light of the funnel to the level of the soul. He gathered together all this light to give it to us in the level of Malchut. Okay? So that's the name. Also, the name Yosef is numerical value twice Mazalah. We're going to talk about it soon. Just to keep in mind that also in the name Yosef there is a lot of energy. Okay? So, Kabbalists don't have just name to have a name. There is a meaning to why they've been called in that name. So the second point The second thing is to take responsibility to create a change. So now it's the right time and right moment to think about, how can I cleave myself to the level of Yosef, or to receive the energy and the blessings from Yosef, because we all want to be awakened. We want to be awakened, to cleave ourselves one with the abundance that we're supposed to reveal to the world, and we see like different things that we need in our life in order for us to continue with our correction. So first of all, we can think about things that I would like to have, I would like to receive, but what I'm willing to do to receive it, or what I'm willing to take upon myself, even a small change that I'm deciding in this day that I want to change. Because in order for me to receive something and to remove something, if I'm not receiving something, it means my vessel is full right now. Can full with garbage, or can full with light, depends. I'm not sure we're full with light, but we have a lot of filth we need to throw away. So let's take one. You can start to think about something that maybe is bothering you now, maybe in the past month, maybe in the past 6 months, something you would like to really take responsibility to start to change, but you need to take action. It's not going to change because of Yosef. Yosef can give us the energy if I'm taking the step, and he will help us. And also, for us to make a room to receive. When I want to receive, it's like, when you're hungry, you have room to receive food. When you're full, doesn't matter what I'm going to give you, the most expensive food or chef in the world, thank you, but I'm full, right? So it means we sometimes asking from the Creator, but we're full. I need to remove and create a room for receiving. And the next step is the connection, like what we're doing tonight. When you go home, you can light a candle, you can connect yourself with the root level of Yosef Hatszadik, like we're going to light the candle soon. And we want to invite Yosef by lighting the candle to our life, to the world. And also in the day of Yosef Hatszadik, the Kabbalah explained, again, it's just an option, it's not a must, but if I want, they recommend to give tzedakah, give donation. We know Yosef Hatszadik is also a connector between the two universes, and one of the things that we connect with abundance is the energy of sharing. Energy of sharing, but actually when I'm giving tzedakah, donation, it's not just I'm sharing, I'm giving myself the vessel to receive more, right? So when we're sharing, we're actually giving to ourselves. So let's light a candle to Yosef Hatszadik. We want to invite Yosef to be with us and to help us to not just to have the study, but to have the right connection that really it will open our heart and ignite the flame of Yosef Hatszadik, that really I'm going to work from here tonight and go to sleep. I'm going to wake up a different person. Really the thoughts of Yosef, okay? Because he have different thoughts that what we have, right? And we'll see tonight some of his thoughts. So, זכותו של יוסף הצדיק, תגן עלינו כל עמו ישראל, ואמרו, Amen. Okay, so just remember that I prepared some pictures and I forgot to put in the PowerPoint. It's fine. So if you've been there, maybe I can show you my phone after, but if you've been there, just transport yourself to Shechem. If not, just think about Yosef and your soul. Our soul know exactly where is Yosef and what is the energy over there. So, few things that we like to connect through Yosef Hatszadik tonight and in 24 hours, and actually it's for the whole year, okay? So first of all, it's the energy of abundance, it's the protection from evil eye, it's helping us to overcome our opponent, and also it's the power of forgiveness, okay? So I hope we can touch all of those 4 points. It depends on you, how much time you have tonight, so we can do that. So first of all, if you want to talk about abundance, okay? So abundance, we know when a person sharing or giving his tithing, so he connected with the energy of Yosef, the energy of Mazalah, the energy of Miketz, right? All of you know Miketz, you know Zohar Miketz, right? 106, 113. This is the place that we scan in to cleave ourselves with the Yosef Hatszadik. But let's read something from verse 30. I think I have it on the screen also, let me check. Verse 35 from Miketz. Okay. All right. רבי שמעון אמר, עד לה הראה ליוסף ההוא עבודה, לה יקרא צדיק. כיוון אתה ראו ברית קיימה, יקרא צדיק, והוא דרגה דברית קדישה, יתעתר בהדה. ומאי דאבה בבור בקדמתה, הסתלק בהדה. וכתיב, וירצו מן הבור, הסתלק מן דה ויתעתר בבאר מים חיים. We know the story about Yosef. Briefly, we know that he have his brothers, that they hate him, and they thought that everything that he's saying, it's something against them, right? They didn't get what the power of Yosef, and they have jealous, and then we know they throw him to the pit, and then one of the brothers, he took him out, and he sell him, right, to the Ishmaelim, took him to Egypt, and all the story, right? Then the other brother that he was in charge, he responsible for him, came back to save him, he saw, where is Yosef? He's not in the pit. And then they came with a plan, so they took one of the sheep, and and they slaughtered the sheep and took the blood and take his clothing, give to his father, and said he died, an animal ate him, and he went to Egypt. In Egypt, the wife of Potiphar, she was very, very beautiful, and also Yosef was very, very beautiful. And Potiphar, he put him to be in charge. He loved him so much, put him to be in charge on his entire house. Can you imagine, right? So one day, we know he says no, and one day he says, yes. And when he realized that what's happened to him, so he just ran away, and then she accused him, then he go to jail, then in jail he helped people, right? And then we know the story of the two servants of Pharaoh. So one of the days, the Pharaoh, he had a dream, and he heard that he interpreted the dream in a good way. He says, bring him out, not just take him out, like we see in movies with the handcuff and this. No, they need to. He says, "Vayritzu min haבור," like they rush him from the they call it the pit again, right? But from the how do you call it? From under the bars, no, the jail, right? The jail. But he says the pit, and then he become suddenly from like a person in jail. He become what? He just solved the dream of Pharaoh, and he become to be like a right hand of Pharaoh. He gave him his dream, and he was in charge not just on Egypt, on the entire world. So for us, it can sound like maybe a dream movie. Oh yeah, it was Joseph, Yeah, but Joseph, he given us so much power and so much knowledge, and he prepared the path for us to cleave ourselves, because each one of us have Joseph within. Each one of us can cleave himself that level of Joseph, again, if we want, or that level of righteousness. So he says, בטרם שקרא ליוסף אותו מעשה, לא נקרא צדיק. Before what happened to him in the house of Potiphar, we know he didn't been called righteous, Joseph the righteous, just Joseph. כיוון שמר ברית קודש, because he kept his covenant with the Creator, that he didn't fail with the wife of Potiphar. And then, because he did the restriction, so he got the name Tzaddik, righteous, right? He said one of the things that we receive in tonight from Yosef, and something that we all need actually, we're talking about a lot in the classes, it's something called restriction, right? Maybe it's hard to understand what is restriction, while I have this urge to do something so much, now I don't need to restrict, I don't understand, I just want it, right? So, okay, but this is the best for you to receive the light, you need to restrict, you don't want to come from a reactive place. So first of all, we all have those tests. If it's anger, if it's judgment, if it's anything that we can create short circuit, I need that power to remind me that I need right now, it's not good for me. And I need to take a step back. But usually what Satan does, do it, and we give us more and more thoughts why I should do it, and why I shouldn't listen to the voice of the soul right now. So restriction, it's a big thing. It's not just, yeah, I heard it many times. No, it's something, if I'm not practicing restriction, when the time comes, it doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I'm going to fail. So it means restriction, and I need proactively, every day, proactively, I need to find ways to practice restriction. It's like you want to have muscle, but you're not working out. Okay, you dream about it. How you want to have muscles? So if you do it every day a little bit, maybe you start to get like maybe stronger, so it's not right. So the thing is, we forget to practice restriction. We know the word, we might talk in the language, but it doesn't mean we practice in the language. It's two different ways to look at it, okay? So we want to ask from Yosef Hatszadik, I want to do restriction, because, you know, he fell in that level of, he went with her, and when he realized what's going on, that now his opponent is, you know, overcome him and control him, so what he did right away, he didn't just continue, he left right away. He says he ran away, okay? So we want to have this energy also to run away from all of those places that we cannot restrict. And each one have different level, okay? ואותה מדרגת הברית קודם שהיא יסוד, נתתה עמו ומה שהיה, and that level of יסוד, and his why, because his correction was the level of יסוד, so Yosef Hatszadik, also Yosef is the chariot of יסוד, connect with him, ומה שהיה בתחילה בבור שהוא קליפה, because in the pit, what's happened, it was a level of, you know, klipot, it's all of the shells that we have around us from any activities that we created. And again, we can measure it. We don't have an app yet to see in the iPhones, you know, our klipa and how thick our klipa, how many klipot we have. Maybe one day somebody will invent it, right? So what's happened? So he said the klipa even didn't went up with him. He just broke that level, that shell, and he elevated himself above it. You know, something that we stuck at, it's in all of those klipot that we created, we don't even know what we created. Now, we operating from that level of normal person during the day, right? But I don't know really who I am. I don't know what I'm capable to. I don't know the power I have within. I don't know. Yosef didn't know the power he had. He just been Yosef. Like, you know, the Rav didn't know he is the Rav. Rav Ashlag, they didn't think they are the Rav Ashlag, they are the Rav. Rabbi Shimon didn't know he is Rabbi Shimon, you know. They just did the work. They didn't go in the streets, oh, I'm Rabbi Shimon, took selfie, and like, you know. Like we concentrate more than the 1%, right? They didn't do that. They just been, they did their job. They connected, they shared, that's it. Simple love, simple light. As Rabbi Shimon explained in Telements of Nations, simple love, simple light. Simple. We need to connect them to be simple. And he says, למה שמו בבור בבית האסורים? ועל איזה משיב, מה שהיה בתחילה בבור אין התעלה למלכות משום זה. וכתוב, וירצו מן הבור שנסתק מזור מן הקליפה, ותאר מבאר חיים חיים. So why, says, why they put it in the jail? He says that there is a level of klipa over there that you need to elevate. And then they took him in rush from the bore, from the pit, and now he ran away from that negativity, from that shell, from that klipa, and he connected with what? With fresh water, like fresh well of sweet water. And this is represent what? The level of Shekhinah, the level of the protection, the supervision of the Shekhinah in our world, in the Malchut. Yes, you want to ask a question? Baruch atah Adonai Olam, she'akol neheh b'dvaro.
Amen. So to piggyback off your analogy of the gym, sometimes you hear different things around restriction. So is it you either restrict or you don't, or is there degrees to restriction? Like, all right, maybe you're working your way up from a 25 pound to a 35 pound weight. You struggle between 30, so your restriction to 35 is not there then. Does that make sense? Like, is it?
I need to understand the question first.
It's either black or white, you restrict, or like, all right, like let's say, all right, maybe you struggle with anger, and you're starting to get a little less angry in a situation that might get triggered, but you notice you're pulling back more.
In spirituality, first of all, we need to remember there's no such a thing a waiting room. There's no gray zones.
Okay.
It's either I'm doing or I'm not doing. There's no like gray zones. We given ourselves, like the opponent given us this consciousness and mentality of procrastination, of I do it tomorrow, I can restrict now or no, I will eat from the cheesecake and tomorrow I'm not going to eat. Like we creating, the second, we're creating with our opponent, and it's a deal, deal with him.
Sure.
There's no deal with the opponent. Restriction, it's like Rabbi Shimon in the Zohar, when he give a law, he like a knife, sharp knife. He doesn't say, if you, it's like, it's, okay, so the thing is, if I want the light, and we'll see what we're getting tonight from Yosef Hatszadik, it's like a sharp energy. We can play with energy. We can, because energy is energy of the Creator, and we study, if the vessel is ready, I can receive. Not ready, I can't receive. So the thing is, we can't play in our mind, I will do half, I will do 20%, 30%. No. This is why, I mentioned in Shabbat, if whoever was here, I mentioned, we come in every year now, year and a half, months and a half or so, right? There is Rosh Hashanah. We're going to make lists, maybe, what I need to change for the next year, blah, 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 blah. And most of it, the same things. So if you're going to write down in how many percentage you change, you can maybe write percentage, but it means the Rav taught us, the Rav used to take one thing and work the whole year on one thing, not 21, till he uprooted from his system. So now, let's say next Rosh Hashanah, it's not going to be in the list anymore. So if I'm still having the same lists, it means I didn't change. From the point of the light, doesn't matter how many percentage we change. Either you change or you didn't change. Not about percentage. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So then how do we track progress?
Person know if what's going on in his life.
I'm just being honest. So it's not
There's
like-
no, I told you,
I'm just being honest.
there's no app. I know the truth about myself. A person need to know the truth about myself. That's the best measurement. If I'm really honest with myself, I need to know if I'm restricting, if I'm really changing, not changing. Because who tell me I'm changing? From the point of the light not going to tell us that we change. Why? Because there are endless of levels. If the light telling us you change, what happens when we achieving the goal?
Complacency.
Now we again, I'm good. What do you mean you're good? Continue. A person want to get married, he's got married now. I did it, yes, I'm married. That's it? You open a business, I open a business. That's it? Now the work starts, no? You register for the gym, that's it? Oh, I pay for the gym. No, now what? Work out. Anything that we start in and we get there, now what next? So the point of the light, so if we have that, oh, you great, you changed. Who tell me that? Who told me? Not the light. Why? Because the light want to give me endless. Okay? So it's not Kabbalah 1 now, so let's continue. So what he says, so because he take responsibility, right? He received extra energy. Yosef received extra energy from the light that he can fight any type of negativity. Who would like to have that?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yes. I think it was a kid here and then you want ice cream? Yes, right? Yes. Of course we want. We need to scream it out. Would you like to have this power?
Yes!
Woo! Okay. Now Yosef can hear us. So, we want to receive tonight from all of those powers that what Yosef did, and he prepared him the way for us, right? So what the Zohar telling us actually, from what we just read, it's like there are 3 steps to connect with abundance, with Shefa. So first of all, it's responsibility. To take responsibility. Let me have it here. Take a picture. It says here, Mazala. The second one is connect to Mazala, which says Mazala. It's twice Yosef. And the third one is certainty, Vadaut. Okay? Because we know that the jail, it was a negative place, right? And Yosef, it's looked like he went through a negative, situation in his life, right? But the Zohar says no. We can see it as a negativity, right? The Zohar says no. According to Zohar, it was the opposite. What's happened to Yosef, it was a blessing. It was a blessing. Okay? So we can read listen, because we know the story, the end of the story, so we agree it's a blessing. But in the process, if we don't know the end, oh my God, he's in jail, we're like, right? So we don't know. But the thing is, in our life, when we are in the middle of a process, what's happened to us? We judge in the middle of the process. You don't see it as a blessing. And the Kabbalists and Zohar explain many times, we need to bless the negativity the same way we bless him, the positivity in our life. Because how do you know it's a curse? How do you know it's negative? How do you know? Yeah, I feel like that. I feel. What do you mean feel? There's no feeling here. There is spiritual work. Because at the end, what's happened? He was the ruler on earth. How do you know the light is not preparing you now to remove this klippah and you need to be the ruler of your company? I don't know. Whatever it is. Do you know? How do you know? But if I'm going to stuck in that negativity, what will happen to me? I will be right. And then I can stuck over there. We can't believe it. So that's one of the powers also we're receiving from Yosef. Don't fall into the illusion. He was the king and the ruler. Any place he went. In the pit with the snakes and the scorpions. In the jail. He was the ruler. Everywhere he went, he was the king. And he's given us this gift. It's unbelievable, you know. And we need to remove this negative consciousness and eyes about the illusion of what we see in our life. And to see the good, to see the light, to see the blessing and everything. That's what brought him to be the ruler on earth. Okay? So also it's connecting us with the 12 tribes. And if we want to receive something in our life, first we need to be willing to fight our negativities in all of the areas. Maybe let's keep the question to the end because there is a lot to share. So let's keep it. We just started. It's already 8. So, okay, and not just we making our fights in kind of one area, small things. It says no. You need to be a soldier. You need to fight all of the areas. Not to be afraid. That's what Yosef did. He got this power, so he fight in all areas. Okay? So that's what we're receiving also tonight. So we need to when we're going through a personal process, I need to make sure I'm taking responsibility for my actions. Because no one else can do it for us. No one else can take us out. Because, remember when he told one of the servants of Potiphar, tell Pharaoh that I'm here. Don't forget me, So what's happened? He forgot him for 2 years. He stayed another 2 years, it says. So it means when we're not taking responsibility and we blame him and we whine him because of him, because of her, because blah, 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 what's happened to us? We procrastinate the blessing to come into our life. What's what you're saying? What's what you're thinking? There's no responsibility. So it means I'm not willing to fight my negativity. If you change, I will feel better. So change. That's what we're doing. So he's saying, we're connecting to Mazalah. That this is the spiritual level that we're receiving all the blessings we need to our life. Where we're going to Mazalah also? Then in Shabbat. And where else? Where is the main place we're going to Mazalah? Except of tonight? Rosh Hashanah, yes. Rosh Hashanah. Right? Connecting with money, how much money the person will have for the entire year. Baneh Chayom Ezoneh. Kids, so it means relationship. Okay, good to be married, to be kids. Okay. And life. Which type of life the person will have next year. That's actually everything in our life, if you break it to different sections, okay? So Mazalah, this is the cosmic bank. We're receiving all of the blessings to our life, and it connecting through the level of Yesod, because Yesod is the key. to cleave us to that level of mazala. So now we're going to connect with the protection from an evil eye. Zohar, the Zohar in Vayechi. So in Zohar Vayechi, it says, we have the sentence of Ben Porat Yosef, Ben Porat Alein, the one that you put the red string, so we making that blessing. Let's see what the Zohar telling us in Vayechi. Okay. Zohar saying, Siyum Aguf Da'enu Yesod. It says the end of the body represents the level of Yesod. And this is the sentence about the Yesod, the energy of protection. That sentence, Ben Porat Yosef, Ben Porat Alein. It's good to know this verse, that when you want to have protection, it's good to say it. This verse, okay? You want to say it together? You're going with Yosef? Ben Porat Yosef, Ben Porat Alei Ain. So you're asking why it says Ben Porat twice? Why it in the sentence Ben Porat twice? And the answer, he says, Ela Ben Porat Lemala. So there is Ben Porat in the upper world, present the upper world, that represent the level of Yesod, Shelemala Michazeh. Ben Porat Lemala, there is Ben Porat in the lowest world. This is the level of Yesod Shelemata Michazeh. There is, so Yesod, right? We have the Yesod, so there is the half that represents the upper world, and the other half represents the lowest world, right? This is the connection between the two universes. Why it says the end of the body, it's the Yesod, because one of the legs represent the level of Malchut. Malchut. So the body, right, is all this what we said from Keter till Yesod, and then we have the level of Malchut. But Yesod we have half in the upper world and half the lowest world, and this is why it's the connector. Alright? So he says, ושואל, ולמה אין בפרט למטה בתיקוני המטרוניתה, שדהיינו בין י"ב שבטים, שהוא סוד י"ב בקר שמטרוניתה מתקן עליהם מלמעלה. הוא משיב בגין דבנות צעדה להיות על האישור שכבושות צריכים בנות לתיקונים שלה, גם לגבות. So he asking now a question here, why the matronita, the malchut, doesn't have by itself this verse. So he connecting now to the 12 tribes. Those are the 12 tribes that the matronita, that the malchut, doing the correction for the 12 tribes. He says, but from above. And he says there is the continue of the sentence is begin the banot tza'ada ale shur, because there is continuation of this sentence. Okay, banot tza'ada ale shur. You can see it when you open the red string. You can see the whole sentence with that words. So he says, what does it mean? He said, צריכים בנות לתיקונים שלה. So the banot, he says the level of malchut need to do the correction with the 12 tribes, and not, so it's the female aspect, not the male aspect. And Yosef it's Yesod, so Yosef is the level of Yesod that represent the female aspect. Shu Ben, da'anu Zachar. What is Ben is mean like the female, because we know Zir and Pin is the level of the female, and the Malchut is represent the level of male. Sorry, Zir and Pin is the male, and the Malchut is the female. Nobody correct me. What's going on, guys? Okay, so let's leave that. So the Zohar actually connecting us with that level of Banot Tza'ada Ale Shur, connecting us from the sentence we know in Friday night. We have the song Rabot Banot Suchail, right? You know, Eshet Chayil Mi Imtza. You know this song? Eshet Chayil Mi Imtza Verachot. Right, this song. So there is Rabot Banot Suchail. So that's from Eshet Chayil. But what is about Banot Suchail? Connecting us with the 12 tribes. Because you know the whole 12 tribe need to do the correction. It's not just me need to do the correction. We remember that the Zohar explained that the level of the individual we're doing our correction, right? But we cannot finish the correction of the world if the whole humanity doesn't correct, right? It's like remember the Zohar explained the righteous, they're waiting in the upper world that we will ask for help to help us and guide us how to do our correction. So try to remember when was the last time that you stopped in the middle of the way, in the middle of, okay, maybe the way also, middle of the day, and you ask for help from the righteous in the upper world to guide you and to help you to the spiritual work? Or I'm doing ChatGPT to help me to find the solutions, no? Or whatever it is. Who cares? Now another thing that we can connect to Joseph the righteous, it's to overcome our opponent. Overcome our opponent. So in portion Vayeshev, I think I did so. Okay. So in portion Vayeshev, it says what's happened to Yosef with the wife of Potiphar, remember? Do you have it here? This is Vayeshev? No. What's happened to Yosef with the Potiphar? That was the result of one of the behavior of Yosef. That's something he did, because the Kabbalah explained that somehow he was busy with himself. With his own thoughts, own desires, desire to receive himself alone. Because remember, he was very, very beautiful person. And she was very, very beautiful woman. Okay? But when he was busy with his beauty, with his 1%, he created an opening. That the Satan, what Satan need, what the opponent need, just opening, that's it. Kids, when they want something, they're not letting go, right? Even you say no, 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 they continue. They're like nagging you, till you're going to say yes. Yes, you manage with kids sound, how kids behave. And I was a kid, not too long ago, and I remember tricks I used to do, right? So, but somehow, we forget to be kids. The opponent, he's behaving like that. He's nagging us, till we say, okay, I will eat the cheesecake, okay, just leave me alone. Okay, are you happy? Take another bite, okay. Are you happy? Finish the whole cake, okay. Then he tell you, what did you do? Are you stupid? Now you get fat. You are fat, look at the mirror right now. That's what we're doing. We need to be like kids. We need to be, like what he says here, what if he's nagging us like that, this is his trick. Why I forgot to be a kid? Why I'm not chutzpah, it's called chutzpah. It's called azut the mitzvah, right? From the point of the creator, I need to ask from the creator, he's my father. The same way we ask him from our physical mother and father, right, what we want when we've been kids, and okay, if it's not dangerous, they give it to us. At the end, we achieve what we want. The same way we need to do what? To ask from the creator. What's happened? We ask from the creator, 1, 2, 3. We see we don't get it. What we do? We look for different ways, right? We think there are shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. I might have it right now. Oh, wow, I got it. But maybe it's going to be bad for you. You're going to lose it. And you're not going to receive it till you're going to have the right vessel. So for us, as we mentioned before, to overcome my opponent, first of all, I need to know the tricks that how he tricked me, okay? And I need to make sure that I know my weaknesses. I know where I might create an opening. Now, there are gates that we opened and we might didn't close. It's still open. So I want to check where I didn't close those gates. It can be both ways. It can be a gate of things that I might not supposed to do and I'm still doing them. I didn't see, nothing happened. I'm continuing. And might be things that I'm supposed to do and I'm not doing, and I say, but everything's good. So I continue. Yeah, we continue till one day. This day, at one day, that's one day, suddenly, what is suddenly? There's no suddenly. Kabbalah 1, you studied, no? No suddenly. It's not suddenly happen short circuit. It's not suddenly a text message. Not suddenly you get a ticket in the mail. Suddenly? What is suddenly? You went through, whatever, red light, right? Not suddenly. We did something. There's no suddenly. We need to delete it from our mind. We're Kabbalah students. So I need to know, first of all, I want to get this ability from Yosef to feel it, to see it. Where in my life I already opened doors and it's still those doors are open, or during the day I'm opening doors I don't want to let the opponent to enter. Because what's happened was a big deal what's happened. Because what? Weakening? No, weakening. Weakening. What weakening our power? That door that we open. We're supposed to be a guardian on all of our powers. When we, when we're doing something good, we're receiving a lot of light, receiving power. Now what he wants, to take it for free. He come and take it for free. And then all the work we did, in a second, he take it from us. And we feel like a balloon, crash on the floor. It's happened to you once in life?
Yes.
You relate to what I'm saying?
Yes.
So and I want to pay attention for the small things, not the big things. Big things happen after a lot of small things. I want to pay attention where I'm opening those small holes and letting myself not to restrict and to let my opponent to control me. So it means like the negativity, what Rabbi Shimon telling us from Yosef Hatszadik, so the negativity can enter into our life just when we allow it. Allow it. I didn't allow my negativity to happen. I didn't want it to happen. No? I didn't want. Yeah, but you eat all the cheesecake, so who you want to blame? You got all the sugar. Who you want to blame? When we creating an opening for it, and this is why when we connecting, listen for that, Kabbalah 1 again, connecting to what? To the physical matter. When my consciousness, most of the time, is in the physical matter, what's happened? We all have different physical matter that we kind of worship, whatever it is. What's happened? That's an opening to the opponent to come in. He sneak in. Because when we have something that, even weakness or I love something so much in 1% and it's in my mind most of the time, he know how to come, to trick me and to come in. Now it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean it will affect me just in that matter because he want to keep this door open. He will go and affect different areas in my life. Different areas in my life. So I'm not going even to put like the connections between the two. I'm not going to put it because he doesn't want me to put it. Yes? If you open your door, he's not going to stay in the entrance and say, hey, this is the opening, I'm here. No, you're going to run between the rooms. Change rooms, change places. That's what he does. This is why it's hard for us to see it, to see what he's doing. So when Yosef, he saw and he understand that the opponent entered into his life, what happened? Right away, he didn't wait, he didn't analyze, meditate, did breath work, no. It says, he run! He says, nas miyad. Nas, nas is to nes. He run away. Naked. He left his clothes. Run. And then when he did that, what's happened? He closed the door. That's it. So he canceled the ability of his opponent to enter. So when we recognize in something, at the spot we need to stop. Stop. If not, the opponent will tell me, it's fine. From tomorrow you can start a diet. Don't worry. Enjoy now. Enjoy this moment. No! Run away. It's an opening. And now something very, very important. Very, very important. Very powerful. I might do with you a short meditation maybe. We'll see. It's the power of forgiveness. The power of forgiveness. There is a very powerful sentence that I love to share it. It remind me also. And this is what I told you. There is no gray zones. There's no eating room. When which I also the energy of Moshe Rabbeinu. When Yosef was in the pit and they took him from the pit, right? There's a sentence that says in the Torah, it says, Haborek and Bomayim. The pit is empty, there's no water in the pit. We know the story telling us that it was scorpions and snakes, no? How come water now? So the Kabbalah is explaining something very beautiful. They're saying, what does it mean? The pit empty, there's no water. They say, in a vessel, because a pit, a hole, a well, let's throw into a well, it can be empty. It can be empty. Either it's darkness, or either it's light. Is why it says water. Either it's darkness, either it's light. So a vessel cannot be empty. So when we create in vessels, we need to understand the vessel can be also full with darkness. I want to fulfill this with light. Now many times we create in vessels of light, then we stop doing. What do you think happened? What happened, you think? This is the vessel. Look, you got the vessel full with light, right? Now the Satan come and tell you, okay, you can skip this, you can skip that, you can skip this, you can skip. You start to skip things, you don't feel it. Slowly, it's going down. Now when it's going down, what's happening? What do you think fill up here? Darkness. Klipot. Now suddenly one day I feel not to do it anymore. Whatever it is. It can be gym, can be relationship, can be marriage, can be Kabbalah, can be, I don't know, whatever it is. It says we need to add in spirituality, not to do less. So when we moving forward, you need to know that He will come, He will find the door to each one of us that will tell us why it's okay to do less. It's fine, don't worry. Now it's happening like so slow that we don't feel that something happened. So we continue. And then one day it's happened. We need to remember, we need to remind ourselves there's no gray zones. There's no. Michael Elchadif once explained, this world works like an escalator, but it's going down. And you going up. So the time you said, just relax, skip Shabbat, skip classes, skip the Zohar, just, on the beach, martini, just let me just enjoy life. What's happened? You're going down. Then you feel great, you continue. You live in this is what's happened in Egypt, right? Fell down to 49 levels. Didn't even pay attention. And then one day, we hit the ground. We don't want to hit the ground. This is why we need to do what? Like Yosef. Growing. He got more and more responsibility. The ruler on earth. Can you imagine? How much responsibility is that? To take care of all the families of the world? Have enough food and drinks in their life for the entire year? That's not from a physical person. That's from a spiritual energy that he was connected to, the level of Mazdalah. Okay? So, when we're talking about forgiveness, it doesn't matter what the brothers did to him. When he was in Egypt, he could do whatever he wants to them, alright? He could use his power to revenge. What he did instead? He didn't revenge. What he told them?
Welcome.
The Creator sent me here. It's not you. It's not you. He didn't even feel like something or a doubt. It's this brother. No. He says, the Creator sent me here. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to harm you. Exactly like us, no?
Yeah.
Something doing like a small tiny thing for us and we're like, oh my God, give me my phone, talking with people, what I should do, how I should revenge, No, Yosef given us here energy of forgiveness. And this is something very, very powerful for each one of us. We have a lot of things from our past. It can be past life, it can be this lifetime. A lot of field, klipot on our heart because of, how should I call it, damaged memories. It's damaged pictures. So it means someone somewhere did something to us. What we said before, what Yosef did, he took responsibility, full responsibility. Somehow, in my life, I did something, and that situation happened because of what I did, and I'm taking full responsibility that I need to change something. Yes?
Yes.
So then what's happened? He became Yosef Hatszadik. He ran away from situations. He saw, they're saying his father was revealed to him. He saw a boom, he ran away. So something came to him and helped him, right? He got the support from above. But he chose to run away. How I can get the support? But I need to make sure also to connect with it and to whatever it is from my past, doesn't matter, because remember we study it, but we fall into it. People around us, they just actors in our movie. And especially the people that we love the most, especially the people that are around us. Why? Because someone in the street you don't care about. Whatever he says. I don't care, I don't know this person. But people that are around me, of course, I care what they say, what they think. So they're going to push my buttons the most. And I need to be in that place of responsibility that somehow I did something. The light create this movie for me to help me to change. So it means it's a blessing. It's not a curse. It means I need to say this. I need to tell this person, thank you. Thank you for showing me my garbage. He's going to think you're crazy because you're in Kabbalah. But okay, don't say it maybe. But say it in your mind. Now if you go to your past and you see the situations that you still hold in grudge for those situations, you have to let go. If you really want to connect with Yosef Hatszadik, or to any energy of blessings that you're supposed to receive, or whoever you're supposed to be, we have to let go of what, take responsibility that you did something in past life even. In past life. Not in this lifetime. Do you know what you did in past life? Do you know why you came here? What are you doing here in this world? Because we came here, not because we've been great, because we did something. Whatever it is. So do I know what I did? I have no idea. Maybe if you dig, if you do some astrology chart or ask in a dream, whatever, you can know. You can know some stuff about yourself. But still, in the mundane, we live in as, I did nothing. I'm a great guy. I'm an amazing person. I'm doing good deeds. I'm sharing, volunteering, studying Kabbalah, read the Zohar. No, I'm perfect. Why is it to me? I don't understand. Somebody says, no. Take responsibility. The same way Yosef, he have the power. Imagine, the ruler on earth. He can put everybody in jail and let them to be slaves. He can do whatever. No. The opposite. So he says, the way that he responds, that's unbelievable. We don't want to connect with the stories just as a story. This is a way of life that we're supposed to live at. This is real freedom. When we hold it into grudge, that's not freedom. So I can do whatever I want in 1%, but that's not freedom. That's to be in jail. Yosef left jail, removed the klippah, and became the ruler on earth. So if I want to be the ruler on my earth, because the Zohar says this is earth, each person, microcosmos. If I want to be ruler on my earth, on my negativities, I need to leave the klippah, dump the klippah. Why are you still holding into your klippot? To do what? Because you know why? I know my klippot. I don't know what waiting for me behind the door of the klippot. So sometimes we get used to the klippot. Why do you think we're not really fighting to change? Why are we not fighting to change? Think about it for a second. Who holding us to change? Who stopped you to change?
Ourselves.
Of course, nobody else, right?
No.
So why we're not changing? We're dreaming about it. We're talking about it on coffee or tea or smoothie or whatever it is. We're just talking. Most of the things today in the internet is talking, talk show, talking, podcast, talking. What about doing? It was a show many years ago. I went to visit Israel. I went to my father's Zohar, and the radio was open. It was a show. There's a guy. He isn't in the show, but this guy is very tough and he's rude. The guy, right? But still, they let him to do the show. That was the show. What about? people calling and saying stuff, right? And he like answering and blah, 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 blah. It's like, so it's happened at that time in the kitchen, and a guy called, and he's complaining about, I don't know, it was the government or whatever it is, he was complaining. And he let him talk. Then they told him, okay, do you have any solution to suggest? Quiet. Really quiet. And the guy said, no. And this guy is open his mouth. Just shut off your mouth, and poof, he closed the phone. I said, whoa, that's crazy. But if you think about it, without he's like went crazy in the radio, he's right. Everybody complain. Everybody, so now, do you have solution?
Right.
You complain about what? No. So why are you complaining? Come with solution. Help. Come from a positive, not from just negative. This is what we're doing. It's not this guy in the radio. We're doing it most of the time. We don't pay attention. Blah, 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 blah. Do you have solution? No. So why are you talking so much? Why are you putting more negativity? And this is what Yosef telling us. Leave, dump your klipot. Dump them. Connect with light, with the Yesod. Whatever klipot we have till today, and I'm sure we know some of them, right? I want to decide tonight, and all these 24 hours, I want to dump them. Whatever that klipa doesn't serve me, whatever doesn't serve me, I don't want it anymore in my life. It just can create diseases, create klipot, create negativities, darkness in my life, negative thoughts. I'm not sleeping well, not waking up, not eating well, not nothing well. The whole system is like kind of in a mess. Why? Because all of those negativities. So many klipot. So I can put makeup, put my lipstick, put this, look like great, great. Just showing like more like how I feel. I need to make sure that I'm making a decision as the strength, again from yourself, to dump the klipa. He was telling us. Because he says he could do anything. He can revenge them when he saw them. He didn't do it. Because why? You know why he didn't revenge? The Zohar says he didn't felt that he is victim. He didn't felt he is victim. Why are we complaining? Why are we doing what we're doing? We feel victim. Zohar says if he felt victim, bam, revenge. He didn't feel victim. So any area I feel victim, whoa, be careful, because before you say something, before you send in the email or the text, before, relax. Remember Yosef Hatszadik. He didn't, whatever he went in his life, he didn't feel victim. Everything, the light sent me here. The light sent me here. I have a mission. I have something to do. The light sent those people. It's not easy to do. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not there yet. I'm with you guys. But we need to ask for this power to make sure that we want to dump those whatever klipot we have and go higher and higher and higher. He said he didn't feel victim. Okay? So instead of feeling a victim, he did what? He took responsibility. There's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why they did to me. I have no idea. So because there is a reason, the light sent me here. Whatever it is. The light sent me here. And we know the story, what's happened. Because the light sent me here. He was a king. Everywhere he went, right? So when we're not taking responsibility, it means we are in a consciousness of victim. Victim. So it means I need to understand that everything that happened in life, it's part of my movie, part of what I did. And this is why it's not by coincidence. This is my movie. Now there is a very powerful section, we'll finish with that, because there is, like I said, there is more. Very powerful section, I really recommend to read it, to connect with it. There is a story, it's in Miketz, verse 186. 186. It's a story about Rabbi Abba and Rabbi Abba. He says he was sitting at the gate of the city Lod, and he saw a person that he came and sit on a corner of a cliff, right? And he was tired, so he sit over there, and he fell asleep. When he was sleeping, a snake came next to him. So when the snake came, there is a worm that's called Kustefa de Goldena. It's a worm. Came and killed the snake. Now the guy is sleeping, right? When the person wake up, he saw the snake in front of him, that he's dead, right? He freaked out. So what he did, he stood up and he went back, and then that part of the cliff fell down, right? And he was sitting on it. So now, and he been saved, right? So if he was staying there like a few seconds more, he will fall down with the cliff. And he was dying. So Rabbi Abba went to him and he asked him, tell me, what are you doing? Like, what is your job? What are you doing? Because the Creator gave you two miracles. Two miracles. That one he saved him from the snake, and one from the cliff that fell down. So he says, that wasn't for free. Rabbi Abba told him, you doing something. Because the light doesn't create miracles for free. He did something. I mean, he created the miracle by his actions. So he says, the person says, all of my life, when a person did something bad toward me, right? Some negativity. שלא נתרציתי עמו מחלתי לו. I actually, worked on myself to forgive him. To forgive him. And more than that, אם לא יכולתי להתרצות עמו, if I couldn't, create a peace with that person, I didn't go on my bed before I forgive him. I didn't go to sleep till I forgive that person. And all of those that create sorrow to me. So think about it, it's a very powerful, section in the Zohar. Usually there is a very powerful meditation I'm doing for that. It says, not just that I forgive the person, I didn't kept the rage, or the hatred toward this person all day on about this negativity he did to me. ולא די לי בזה, he says, not just that, look how many things he did, this guy. אלא עוד שמאותו יום ועלה השתדלתי לעשות להם טובות. From that day and on, I tried very hard to do what? Good deeds for those people. Now, why he did everything he did this God? You think he did it for them? He did it for him, for himself. Because why? He wants the light of the Creator. He didn't do it for them. Now, why to do good deeds? Ask yourself for a second, okay, it's not enough that I forgive them. Why to do good deeds? Now, good deeds, let's say, okay, you don't want to buy them gifts or whatever. Okay, pray for them. When you hate someone, you're going to pray for them for good stuff. I wish you get married, you have kids, you have money, you have the house you wish. Yes, you're going to pray for them. Not really. But you know what it does when we do that? It's purifying our heart. Because we're holding all of these rages in our heart. So, if you want to know, first of all, if you really forgive someone or not, try to pray for them. And when you try to pray for them, you're going to feel if you really, your heart is pure and clean or not. And you know what's happened? After a while, the funny thing, I did it before I studied Kabbalah, somehow. I was going to Kabbalah through different ways. It's a long story, but I somehow I did it, for all of the people I thought, that hurt me, right? So I just started to pray for them. It's crazy, when your heart get that pure, suddenly one day you stop praying, like you don't feel to pray for them anymore. Like it's gone. So as long as you continue, it means you're not there yet. And then how you know? When suddenly you see them or their name coming or you see their picture, you don't feel like nothing. Then you have a free will. You can choose to love them, whatever you want, but you don't feel really, this person, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not there. That's it. The opponent cannot control you in that place, that space. So forgiveness is something very, 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 very important. I'm not going to do the meditation with you now because it's late and it's long, but I can tell you, maybe you can do it by yourself. In the time of the first of all, it's good to scan the Aramaic of this verse, 186, 187, and I think it's 188. It's 2 or 3 sentences, and then you can close your eyes. You can see yourself in a theater, empty theater. You're on the stage. Bring the person to the stage. Stand in front of you. Then you can tell him whatever you want. Give him the business. Tell him whatever you want, right? Then you want to ask the person if he has something to tell you. After you finish this conversation, you need to forgive them. Like really tell them you forgive them, all the blessings we said that you feel to bless them. Then ask him if you want to say something, forgive you. It's good that he will forgive you also. And then after you finish everything, you need to send them to the light. Even they love the light dead, like a light, to the light of hope, like blessings. She's the person walking into the light and with the blessings. Okay? Now, you can do it once, you can twice, whatever, how many times you need, till you purify your heart. Usually one time is enough, but if you need more, do it. That's something that we need to understand. We don't do in a favor to no one when we forgive someone. We just do in favor to ourselves. Because I want that of the Creator. I want those blessings. So Yosef Hatszadik, there is a lot of what he gave us tonight, that we can connect with. But one of the main things that we hold in our heart, it's all the grudge and the rage or whatever it is from whatever people did to us, family members, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, whatever it is, school, teachers, whoa, so much noise and so much pain. But we need maybe one by one, don't go do everything, but again, remember, it's a very good point, that we went with Mazalai in Rosh Hashanah, and it's going to be a very good preparation for us to start to do tshuva, to start to forgive. Don't wait to Chodesh Elul. Take the time from now, from Yosef Hatszadik, and start to remove some stuff, one by one. So when we come into Rosh Hashanah, we can come with a real pure vessel, so we can receive, like the Arab used to call it, new cassette, new program. And next year, we're not going to recognize ourselves, because we're going to be in like Yosef. Yosef, sorry, physically it looked like he's suffering, but he saw it as a blessing. And his wife, he was 12 years in jail. You imagine? It's like, it's a long time. It's not like one day, right? And until so in the story we read like a chick-chack. Yes, he became the ruler on earth. Woo-hoo. No, it was many years of preparation till he became the ruler on earth. So in life, many times, and there are different stories of people, successful people, that they went through like a lot of negativities and problems in their life, till they get to the place they get. Sometimes it can be even in old age. I'm not talking that's a success of money. Different revelations or things they discovered, right? So, because why? They've been prepared for that moment they're ready, that the revelation comes through their vessel, and they receive it, right? This woman that she discovered Harry Potter, what age she was, How old she was?
50s.
How old?
50s.
60s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow. Okay. So the thing is, success, it's not about what I have now or I don't have now right now. It's about me inside of the process, see me as already successful person. Because if the light would put me here now, I'm already successful. Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But if I'm busy with, I don't have it, so this would be my life. No. So I'm pushing the blessings far away. So I want to have this, first of all of those blessings from Yosef Hatszadik to wake up. To wake up and to see that everything we have right now, it's a blessing. Every day it's a blessing. Where I'm at right now, it's a blessing. And from here, I can just grow till I get to the place I'm supposed to get. Because I don't really know, he didn't know he will become the ruler on earth, right? So I don't know what the blessings are waiting for me. And I want to reveal them. So let's connect with Yosef Hatszadik and receive all those blessings to our life. Yes.
I have a
We'll
question.
finish. Yes.
So as we come to Rosh Hashanah, what if we have pictures of things that we know we've done ourselves negatively in the past? How can we break that through with the help of Yosef Hatszadik and all the tzaddikim and praying?
Things we know we did
In the
to
past,
ourselves or to others?
no, to ourselves.
Something to ourselves.
Yeah, negative actions that we took when we were younger, or that we really just want to break at some point.
Okay, so
that come back in a dream or in a vision or, you know.
yeah. So remember what we said that first of all, if it's in childhood or in all those places, most of the things that I explained, Ari is next week. Just for you to know, the same night, Tuesday next week. So you all become invited next Tuesday. But I explained that 99% to 99% from everything that we face in this lifetime is from past life. Okay. So first of all, like we mentioned from Yosef Hatszadik, I took responsibility that I did something even I don't know what I did. Past life, maybe it was it's a
But
kid.
in this life,
Yeah, of this life, I did something, and I don't know. So I'm taking full responsibility that it came to me because I need to remove some negativity from my life. So I need to move, okay? When we do that really from our heart, already you feel like different. You know, blaming, you know, this, because especially when we harm ourselves, right? Okay, so I did something, I supposed to remove something, I don't know why I did it, I was supposed to remove. And I made it that actually I remove what I need to remove from my life. Because again, there is a blessing in it, but I don't see it. I'm connecting more to the klipa and less to the blessing. So something I'm supposed to remove, I don't even know what. So you don't want to stay in the negativity, you're choosing to see the light and to continue with it. And Baruch Hashem, but you will, you know, you clear it and you continue.
Okay, so we take the vision and we take the action that we took, that we know, I know I took,
Of course.
and I pardon myself for that, ask for help from the tzaddikim, or whomever, and just let it go. It was yesterday's news.
Take responsibility first,
Yeah,
what he says.
of course.
Like
Of course.
the light sent me to that situation. Okay, and this is what I did in that moment.
Got it.
You know, and now I'm just letting go of it. That's
Got
it. And I want to stack over there. Yes, more questions? Yes, please.
It's better off picking one thing when you say do all.
It's better to find one thing I want to uproot it, to work on it. Because what's happened, it says, the faster you go, the faster. You try to capture everything, you capture nothing. Catch nothing. So the thing is, that's the work of Satan also. You need to change this, and then you do nothing.
Yeah.
Okay? So also, you know, you go to the gym, you can't work on all the machines. And one by one, right? So we need to choose one, work on it, and then continue the next one. That's how we can create real change, not fake change. Right? This is how he tricks us with fake changes. Welcome. More questions?
About the meditation.
You sit over there and talk about it. What meditation? Miketz 186. And it's 2-3 verses this time. Miketz 186 is this for the meditation of the Slicha. Not here.